and gentlemen, good day. How are you? This is Garfield Waller with another episode of Rock the Mic. Well, over the last couple of years, people have been saying teachers are not that really important. Teachers really don't contribute anything to society. I beg to differ. We have some teachers in Jamaica who are going above and beyond the call of duty. And I have one here today. Today, this gentleman comes from Oracabessa, and he has been doing things that has caught my attention. A lot of people have been telling me about him. So, ladies and gentlemen, could you give a hearty welcome to Rock the Mic and to our guest today, Mr. Ramon Big House Henry. Yes, Mr. Henry, how are you, sir?
Not bad, you know. Blessings.
Blessings, okay. First of all, Mr. Henry, that name, Big House, can you explain it to us? That, when I heard of this name, I'm wondering, how does he get this name, Big House Henry? Go ahead, we're listening.
Okay, well, it's a funny story. The very first day I went to St. Mary's High. So the very first day that I was going to school, I went on this bus and I was sitting at the seat at the door. There was this doctor by the name of Squire. So, I didn't know him at the time. So he was saying, Big House, go around in the bus now, man. So, I was looking behind me now, wondering who he's talking to. But when I realized there was nobody behind me, so it must have been me. So ever since that day, the name stuck up
The name
until this
stuck.
day. Yeah,
And look, if you're a Mirzai man, when you get a nickname, it's going to stay.
yeah, man, that is how it is, especially from the doctors.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, man, glad to have you on with us. Glad to have you on. So, a little bit more about yourself, Mr. Henry. What job do you do? What do you do?
I'm a teacher by profession.
At what school?
Oracabessa High School.
Okay, you're at Oracabessa High. And
Yeah.
what subject do you teach?
I teach social studies and physical education.
Social studies. Okay, good, good, good. Now, I've heard about your giving nature, that you're a very kind person, that you give and give and give and give. Where did you inherit this giving spirit from?
Well, I would say from both parents, my father mostly, most people would know my father. His name is Harold Henry. They call him Bulby. So anybody in St. Mary that hear this name, they can readily identify and say, okay, it's the man from upper Canopan or Bambalan. But my father has been helping people from ever since. My yard always full of people.
Okay, and that has transferred over to helping your kids. No, in this time of COVID, when all students in Jamaica are going through a very rough time, we have heard that you have opened your doors to a lot of kids. Could you tell us about this program you have?
Okay, in the community that we live, Canopan, that I am from, I'm not living there now, but it is my father's premises. All right, but my father is a person like this. He won't stop you from doing anything as long as it is positive. All right, so we know of the strain that this COVID thing has placed on the educational system and parents and a whole. Not all parents will be able to afford gadgets and have Wi-Fi, internet for their kids to use. So I decided that I would get students to come right there to anybody who is interested to come and they can go online for those who want to go online, and they can also get face-to-face teaching from myself and other persons who have volunteered.
Okay, so you're not the only one teaching. You have other people volunteering.
Yes, yes. Well, other, like my wife is also a teacher, so she would volunteer as well. And I have my brother. He's not a teacher, but he would help with the younger students, the primary school students who would come.
Oh, wait. So your students are not all high school kids? That's what you're saying?
No, we have primary school children coming as well.
Oh my gosh, and that must be a challenge to teach that wide range of students, I can bet, right?
Yeah, well, it can be, but as long as the thing is, everything is on the internet now. So the curriculum for all
Curriculums
grades
there.
are on the internet. All you need is
Okay.
really the teacher training, and you can even whatever content you even don't fully understand, you can learn it as long as you have that type of brain.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking with Mr. Ramon Big House Henry. Ramon is, or should I say, Big House is a teacher at Oracabessa, and we hear that he's doing great things with the students. Now, Mr. Henry, how have the kids, how have the kids responded to this?
Well, they really enjoy being in a kind of environment because what I do, they will come and they will do the work that they would normally do. So this the normal kind of academics, the subjects, but
Okay.
I also tap into their individual personalities and talents. So we like to
Oh,
sing. We go on YouTube and we research and we learn how to even play instrument, download apps that would show you how to play instruments. So we get everybody involved in the things that they actually enjoy. So they really love it.
okay. So it's what we'd call a holistic approach where everybody
Yes.
there's something for everybody. Oh my God.
Yes,
So I can imagine they're interested in coming, right?
very much so.
Tell me, do they all bring like laptops, computers, or do you try to get a few for those who haven't?
All right. Couple of them, some of them have their phones.
Uh huh.
Some of the phones are not operating as how they would want it to. So
Okay.
it has no real use where online learning is concerned.
Okay, I
All
see.
right. Some yeah, about couple of them have their tablets as well, so they can come and go online, but they don't have internet at home. So that is the
Okay.
problem with
Okay. The internet
with
at home.
those persons. Yeah.
All right. All right.
And
So,
then some of them don't have any, so we would lend
all
tablets
right.
to them. We have laptop and we have we
Wow.
as we say we do face to face teaching as well.
All right. That's great, man. Listen, listen. On an average day, how long do they spend at your place?
And then normally, well, sometimes they go there even before I reach there. Like we did it this morning, and when I went there, somebody is telling me that one is there from about after 7.
Wait, wait, wait,
Understand? But
wait. After 7, when?
in the morning, so they
Okay.
normally would supposed to come 8:39.
Uh huh.
Yes, so that is the time that they normally come and they will leave about 2:33.
2:30. Okay, my gosh. That just shows you how much these kids really want to learn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now, is there is there help or assistance from anybody else in the community? Do you get any help?
Well, as I said, we have persons who help out. Like for instance, my father would be there. As I tell you, he's the owner of the premises because it is enclosed. It is wall around,
Wait,
but it is not covered. It is not fully covered.
wait. Hold on. When when you say Bulby, your dad, is that dance hall place?
Yes, yes.
Okay. No,
Arrows
I was.
Bambalan. So back in the days,
Okay. I was.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
that is the
Okay. Good.
place.
Good.
Uh-huh.
So you have benches and chairs for the kids.
Yes, we have chairs and we have benches and tables and all of that.
Oh my God, that is fantastic. But have you guys reached out to anybody else for help? Have you reached out to the wider community, politicians
Okay.
and so? Mhm.
All right. Well, not really to be honest. We posted it on Facebook. So generally, we
Mhm.
solicited help generally, but not specific. But there are actually two persons who I want to mention who actually one of them donated 1 month's worth of credit to one of the
To
students,
other
to two
students.
of the students, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So there's this lady by the name of Kamon Lee.
Come on,
She,
Lee.
she,
Oh, okay.
yes, I will make sure that she sees this after. But yes, she has reached out and helped us, and the kids really appreciate it. And there's a lady by the name of Rosemary Booth.
Oh, Rosamund again.
Yeah, yes,
That name
yes,
keeps coming up. Yes,
yeah, she's
that
like a guardian angel.
yeah, gosh, my gosh, she
Yes.
is to
Mm-hmm.
everybody and to everything. And trust me, that lady bleeds green and gold for Mary's Eye, and
Mm-hmm.
she is a stalwart from the Oracabessa community. I have to beg her up.
Yes.
I have to beg her
Yeah,
up.
yeah. And
So,
both. her and myself, we have so much in common because we are both from Oracabessa. We both went to St. Mary's High and we are both interested in giving back. You
Right,
understand?
right,
But
right.
as I said, she's involved in a lot. Because not just with me, I have seen her all over the place. Persons talking about her, even
Uh-huh.
outside of what I am doing.
Uh-huh. That's true. Yeah, she's always involved, and as long as you stick with her, trust me, you won't go wrong. But
True, true.
to, but Raman, I hear you doing some other things with the youngsters. What is it? Can you explain? What else do you do with them?
All right, we have a youth club called Positive Youths of Oracabessa.
Uh
I
huh.
want to give a shout out to all persons who are involved in that. We actually have a meeting today at
Today.
6
Okay.
because we normally have meeting at 5, but since they extended the curfew, persons
Oh,
are saying that they want us to go back up to 6.
to six. Okay.
Yes,
And
because they want to attend.
and the meeting
But
again is at Aras Bambolan, right? That's where the
yes,
meeting is.
same place. Same place.
Okay.
So
Uh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
All
Uh,
right. And I think we may have a couple of pictures here about what you have done and so far. So could you explain as we go through these, what are these pictures showing us? What are they telling us? Okay. Lemon, listen, we are impressed with what you're doing. Trust me, people have caught notice of it, and we're hoping to draw attention to this so you can get some help. But in the meantime, asking for assistance, what would be your priority? What is it you really need right at this moment?
all right. Well, one of the greatest thing that in this new teaching and learning process, we know that the devices they are crucial. So this is where the students are concerned, the day-to-day class.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if there's anyone who actually can donate tablets or even smartphones, whatever the case may be,
Uh-huh.
right? We also would do well with more seating
Okay.
and as we told you, Rosemary, she would send money to get food for them and so forth. But sometimes we don't really have such a big problem with that because
Okay.
most of them would carry the food and
Carry the lunch. Okay.
yeah, will carry the lunch and they are okay. But
It's
for
the
the
equipment. It's the equipment.
yes, the equipment is the major thing that we
And
would
the
need assistance with.
and when you say equipment, to donate equipment, does it have to be brand new or will use the equipment?
No, no, definitely not. As long as it is able to function and carry out whatever process the
Right.
kids need to carry out.
So they just need basically internet access and maybe a few Microsoft Word
Yeah,
programs, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
And I know Rosie's working hard on that. And trust me, we are going to try and see, what assistance, if we can get other people involved. Maybe
yeah.
some other teachers, maybe some politicians, maybe. I know you don't like the word politicians, but
No, I
but
don't, I don't have a problem.
you know what problem with that.
Life is about balance, so
All right.
everybody have their role to play.
All right. So in the future, let's say, look, COVID may be here to stay for a long time. Do you see yourself improving on this, making this bigger, making this available to more kids, or what do you think? What do you figure for the future, for the next 3, 4 months?
Yes, well, most definitely. That is actually my goal because I don't like to start anything and just stop it at a crossroad or
Okay.
we don't improve on it.
All right.
Right. So most definitely I would like to continue it right through and I like to help as much because persons will always be there who need help. Sometimes it is
Yeah.
difficult to continuously affect change, but
Uh-huh.
with assistance it can get easy and everything will be balanced.
Any plans to rope in some more teachers or what?
Yeah, most definitely. But we know that many teachers they are actually even busy at school because sometimes while I am here, I am
Uh-huh.
still teaching my
Oh, you
students
gotta teach your
online.
student. Okay, okay, all right,
Yeah, so I would be like here 1 hour with my students online. Then I will
uh-huh.
go to them, run through something, give them work, and then I have another class.
And then go back. Okay, all right, all right.
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
listen. Uh, in Jamaica there right now, in Oracabessa per se, when you have your online students, what's the turnout like? What's it, what
Okay,
percentage?
okay.
What percentage of each period is there online?
Well, speaking from my school or from my students that I teach,
Uh
it is
huh.
not very great
Uh huh.
because many of the students don't have the gadgets.
Don't have the gadgets. Okay.
Yes, and then some realistically speaking, some don't really have the interest,
And then
right?
okay. All
And
right.
along with some may not have the push and the motivation to because even this thing that I have, you have some students who come sometime, you see them 2 day and you don't see them back.
And you don't see
But
them
you
back
have some who are there every day.
every day. So basically, speaking from one teacher to another, how do you see how do you see this impacting students in a year or two down the road? Do you think they'll be able to make up that gap, or we're basically losing out on this generation? What do you think?
Well, in my opinion, the majority of the students,
Uh,
it is going to be a big problem. Maybe everything will have to be taught over, which it might seem impractical, but somehow, even if you don't go all the way back,
uh-huh.
some stepping back will have to
Will have to be
occur
done.
when
Okay.
COVID leave us.
When COVID is, if and when COVID leaves us.
Yeah, if
Well,
and when. Well, hopefully it does.
yeah, yeah. I think the same thing myself. I think our students have lost. I'd say almost a year's learning. Almost a
Yeah,
year's
yeah.
learning. I don't know how we're gonna make this up. But Ramon, let me say thank you for coming on, man. Thank you very much. I've been trying to get you for a while. I wait so long, say gray beard and everything. But
Go on.
but I'm happy you could make it, man. And we wish you all the best. And
Yeah, man.
Rosie has been going on me to talk to you, so I can
Yeah,
finally tell
yeah.
her that I did get to talk to you, and it was a great conversation. So
True, true.
on behalf of Rock the Mic, Ramon, Big House Henry, thank you, and we're hoping that your program will move from strength to strength as you try to help our needy kids. Brother, big up. Thanks a lot, man. Okay? Thank you very much,
Yeah,
man.
man. Many blessings.
All right, brother. Take care, man. All right.
Bless.